shouldn't have.
Hello, every.
Hello. Hello.
Okay.
Taylor.
Oh. How do I not?
How do we sound?
I turn off my volume.
Vicky. Hi, Vicky.
How are you doing? Leanna. Hi, Leanna. Danielle. Oh, I love how you spell your name.
From Illinois. Bond, how are you getting different?
Oh yeah, yours is behind, huh?
I'm slow.
Hey, Nicole.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're scratching your neck right next to the microphone.
Sorry, people.
It's okay. It's
Because
okay.
it itches.
Wild.
Hi, Priscilla. Hi from Georgia. You can
Did
scoot
you just
over.
wait? I feel like it's-
You can scoot over closer, Nelly.
Oh yeah, I'm like right over the frame.
You can get cozy. Okay. Got all our supplies. You need 2 pieces of paper. You need 2. This is going to be for the template. Okay. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Suzanne. Suzanne's on.
Hi. Are the girls watching?
Are the girls watching, Suzanne?
Yours is like.
Hi,
actually ahead.
Lori. Really?
Yeah, mine's like way behind. Oh well, that's okay. I'll look at yours.
Yeah, we can all look at the same time. Maryland. So cool. I'm from California, so a lot farther away. So it's cool to see other states. And we're in Missouri.
Oh, I didn't know you were actually from California.
Yeah.
I thought you were from somewhere else.
I'm from there, and then that's why I fly here once a
Oh,
month.
okay, that makes sense.
I just always show up once a week.
Well,
or
I
once
thought you were from like Hawaii. I don't know why.
Oh,
I was like, dang, she's really going out back and forth.
that would be crazy.
That would be a
long flight. The girls are watching, and they're very excited.
Oh.
Hi,
Nice.
Eleanor and Vita.
Oh, Helen. Hi,
Helen.
Helen.
So Helen's from our customer service team. Fun. I'm in Maryland too. Lana and who was the other one? Lori. 2 from Maryland.
Cool.
Will you tell me what time? I can't see the time on.
It is 7:14.
1 minute.
Maybe. Close to less than a minute.
Okay.
Hi, Nicole, Keenan, and friends. From Cecilia.
Hi, Cecilia. Cecilia Burrow. I remember her name. Does she have 3 names?
Cecilia Buys.
Is that the same? Cecilia?
I'm not sure.
There's a Cecilia in our lettering group. And she has 3 names.
It's 7:15.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect timing.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Alexis. And this is Andrea. And I'm Nicole. And Keenan is back there.
I'm in the background.
Can they hear you?
Yep, they can.
And this is Let's Make Art, and I'm excited because this is the lettering one. So if you're wondering why I'm not blonde and I'm not Sarah, because I'm not. Sarah's actually Way, but I'm the lettering artist here, and so we have another arm of the company that does lettering. So you guys are here for a once a month letter along, and we're doing the tote bag. Oh, I should show it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to talk to the camera.
Ooh. Ah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So this is really cool. It's a tote bag. So yours is blank. So we have a quarterly subscription box, and some of you I've seen in our group have already made theirs, which is really cool. And so you will have a blank one. So you guys all, yours are on the back of your chairs. I put it on there. If you don't have a tote bag, we have a kit actually. We have kits. Can you hand me that underneath my shirt? So we have our box, we still have those available, or we have a kit that if you wanted to get them, I just wanted to say that these come in that way. There's a kit also, but it's just a tote bag. And the fabric, the pen that we're gonna be using, just so you guys can get prepared, it's a fabric pen. I really like, this is the Sharpie stained one, but it looks like a brush pen. So that's what we'll be using. But to get started, hi Debbie and Lisa and Bridget. Okay, I'll have this out.
Cecilia says, yes, that's me.
Yeah.
Burrows is my maiden name.
Oh, see?
You're all over it.
Nice.
Nice.
I remember. Okay, what we're going to do first is, do you guys want to get this paper out first?
Yeah.
So on this is the handout. Also, if you don't have either our kit or our subscription box, you can download this on our website, letsmakeart.com, and you can get it for free. Find the tote bag project and you can get it there. But what you will notice on here is these are 3 different styles. So the quote that we're doing, or that I did on my bag, was be you. But you can do, I saw some people in our group did be creative. Someone wrote be beautiful.
Wow.
It was really cute. I just saw that this morning. Yeah. So you have so many options of fun things that you can do. So you guys can do anything that you want. Don't feel like you have to do be you. Okay. But for practice, to warm up with lettering, you can use this guideline to show. So what happens is that you'll notice that there's little spaces in between. So that is what I want you to do, is I want you to think about that and draw each stroke rather than doing it all really fast. Okay. So are you both right-handed?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Either way, you can still be a lefty. Heidi was on our 2 months, or was it 2 months ago? Yeah, the Hello Project one. Heidi's left-handed if you want proof that lefties can do this, and I'll show you. But so when you're doing it, this is both your guys' first times, right? Well, yeah, no, you played with the pen. Okay. She's good at the food in her soup. Yeah. Okay. So what I want you to do, the concept is that it's thick on the down and thin on the up. So when you're going on this thick one, so what I want you to do is I want you to push harder and get on the belly of the brush. So that's how you'll get a thicker stroke. Nice. And then on this one, you'll notice it's a thin stroke because you're slightly going up. So you're going to use the tip. And then you're going to push a little bit harder as you curve around.
Ooh,
yeah.
Did it.
Nice. Okay, so do the next one. So thin on the up, thick on the down, and curve around. So what's happening is that you will have that variance in stroke. So try in this one. I'm going to show hers a little bit. So can you try and do it one more time? And when you come on this stroke, try and push a little bit harder. Okay. So see how I'm using the tip? And then I'm pushing harder to use the belly. Yes. So you could really push hard on this if you want. So if you're playing with this. So if anyone, Keenan, do you mind handing me my little pouch? These are similar to our brush pens that we've been using, our Tombow Dual brush pens. Nice.
Thank you.
Good job. Okay, so keep going. You guys can both. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Are we just going through it?
Yeah, so keep going through it. But what I wanted to show, hi Jessica, thanks for supporting. Oh, and hi Michelle. Okay, so I was gonna say is what we've been using is this Tombow Dual brush pen. So they're actually a similar size. So I can do the same thing. If you wanna practice, if you don't have the Sharpie fabric marker, is that you can practice with this. But what I want you to do is keep taking it slow. Go again, I want to watch you. So a couple things is, do you mind coming to the center so other people can see? Do you mind doing this one, the other stroke?
This one?
Yeah. So one tip, so notice how, pretend like you're going to write again.
Just anywhere?
Yeah. So you're coming, actually pretend like you're going to start here. Okay. So try and come from the letter a little bit to the side. Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah. Yeah, and then do the thick downstroke.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I know I'm in my way. So the reason why is that if for anyone who's experimenting, did that feel a little bit different?
Yeah, it did.
So neither is right or wrong, but what's happening is if you come, rather than coming from the bottom, so if I were to come from the bottom of this letter and doing this, it's harder for this downstroke at the bottom, whereas if I come from the side a little bit, I can get that more variance in stroke. Right. So try that out and see if that helps. So that might help anyone. So I call it the way you attack the letter or approach the letter. So rather than coming from the bottom, you can come from the side a little bit. So everyone's a little bit different. Sometimes people like to come a little bit from the top, or you can just come directly from the side. So you can play with it. How you doing? Nice. That looks really good. So horizontal strokes are usually thin, so you can experiment with that. So thin on the up. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do the oath.
These are warm-ups. So that's
These are
okay.
warm-ups.
Okay, so it's not the same.
Then on the up, okay. So the other thing that you can experiment with these, well, oops, I've been using this guy, is you can experiment with how thick you want. So I can do this stroke and just get a medium stroke, or I could do this and get a really thick stroke. Based on the, based on the thickness of, or how much pressure you're applying. So you can experiment with that. So keep going. How you feeling?
Okay. Kind of like doing this off to the side.
Yeah, does that feel better?
Yeah, more helpful.
So for lefties, I have been trying to be left-handed for you all, just to experiment. So you two keep going, and I'm just gonna talk to others. Is if you're a lefty, shift your paper a little bit to the right, or try and see if this works for you. You don't have to do this. But what I found is that I am a right-handed and I tilt my paper a little bit to the left. If you're a lefty, try and see, I've seen some lefties that write more like that. I tend to do it a little bit. And then it's the same thing that I was talking about how you approach the letter. Is I decided that it was harder as for me, and I'm not a true lefty, but it's harder for me to come from the bottom. So I come a little bit from the side. So then I can still get thin on the up and I can still push. I'm still getting used to the shakiness. Whoops. That wasn't very good. Hold on, I need to come up a little bit. So if you come up, I'm gonna experiment as lefty if I come a little bit from the top. So that feels really awkward. So I'm gonna come a little bit from the side. And I can make a smoother stroke. There, I got better. I just need to warm up a little bit. That happened on the tutorial. Okay, so the last one is, oh, nice. Oh no, you're good.
Like,
I'm just gonna, I told you guys to keep going. I just wanted to show is that if you're looking at all these differences, so the reason why that they all look a little bit different, hi Susan, is that there are different, have either of you thought of your lettering as shapes?
No, but I saw that in the Q&A, and I thought that was so freaking cool.
Oh yeah,
It's
oh yeah.
like the oval thing.
Yeah. Andrea was with us on our last Q&A. She was helping. So if you look at this, am I in a okay spot?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay. So if you look at this, these are more circular, whereas these are more oval. So this handout is a part of our one-of-a-kind project, if you want to get that there and you could download it. But if you'll look, the difference between this one and this one is because my lettering here is more oval, whereas here, I mean, excuse me, you guys are like, my lettering is more circular, whereas here my lettering is more oval. So that's how you can, or that's one way you can manipulate your lettering. And by doing that, what's happening is that when I'm doing that, is I'm just making my strokes closer together and tighter. So instead of doing this like this, I'm gonna make a more oval shape and make it tighter. So that's how one really great way that you can experiment with your style of lettering. And then this one is angled. So this is another handout. This is a part of the Start Doing, Stop Wishing project. And this is just showing where you can practice if you want to draw your letters at an angle. So that's what this one is. So all my letters are angled like that, whereas these ones are more straight up and down. So all things you can experiment with. So we are now going to move on to our thumbnail sketches. So our thumbnail sketches are, so take out this sheet, are essentially smaller versions of your big project. So if you take your quote, do you guys know what you're gonna write?
I'm just gonna stick with BU.
Yeah,
just
okay.
In case, yeah.
What are you gonna write?
Beef stew.
Are you gonna do it?
Beef stew?
Beef stew.
Why is she doing beef stew, Keenan?
What do you mean?
Because
I don't know
Keenan
how to
said
answer
it.
that question.
Because you said it in the
I know.
tutorial.
I'm really excited to see it beef stew right now.
Okay, comment in the comments if any of you have done it and are part of our group and what you wrote. So maybe it'll get other ideas flowing for the rest of our community. But this is your tote bag to design on your own. I know that if you look at this and it's blank and it's huge, do not let that stop you because we're going to break it down into steps. So if you don't have a tote bag, this is also a great lesson to go through if you want to make a bigger poster or something. Drawing bigger is so much different than drawing smaller. And the way to make it bigger is that you can start small. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing thumbnail sketches. The other thing is that this is your time to experiment with the look that you want. So maybe play with some of them straight up and down, some of them angled. I saw you added a loop on one of them. So this is your time to play and experiment. So that's what I want you guys both to do, is just to practice out different layouts and figure it out. So I'm gonna stick with BU. Oops, sorry, I coughed right into the microphone. Oh, do you know her?
That's our mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
That's our mom.
Hi, Mrs. Marshall. How cool. Okay, so you guys, oh, I forgot to say, do it in pencil first.
Oh.
Important step.
Help.
Do it in pencil first. The reason why is that then you won't feel like you have to get that thin and thick lines really right off the bat. So go ahead and do it with pencil.
Quick question for you.
Yes.
Are we going to do the oath after
Oh,
this
yeah.
or before this?
After this.
Okay.
This
Don't
is
let us
still,
forget to.
okay.
The what?
I need to remember what I made. I made it up last time.
Perfect.
Okay, keep going. So just lay it out. So the other thing that you're thinking about is the way that I drew this is that this is a mirror image of, or it's the same shape as your tote bag. So you can think about, do you want your letters to be right here or do you want them to be really small? So experiment with that.
Super exotic for beef stew.
Yeah, you're gonna play with your lettering.
Yeah.
Hi, Linda.
Make it as exotic as possible.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do B. I'm gonna mix it up because I feel like it. And I really liked how someone in our community did beautiful. And I wanna gift this tote bag. So if I'm doing beautiful, you can, so the way that I saw that she did that, which I thought was really cool, she broke it up. So I'm gonna play with different layout options. So maybe it's beautiful like that. Are you guys good on your own? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Keep asking me if you have any questions.
Okay. I'm just gonna do, I like the oval shape.
Yeah,
So-
that's great. So you can practice doing that.
Don't look at those
Good
ones.
job. No,
That's
you're
the
good.
hardest ones.
You're good. You're good. So try it, or whatever quote you're doing. See if you can do it all on 2 lines, or what if I do it all on each on its own line. Hi, Jean and Teresa. Also, if anyone has any questions. Keaton, are there any questions so far?
I don't see any questions yet.
Okay.
Judy Smith does say, yay.
Hi, Judy.
First time watching your live, Nicole. I usually have choir on Thursdays, but we are out for the summer.
Oh,
Haven't had a
thanks
chance
for
to do
joining.
this project
you
yet,
could
but
be
I'm
here.
glad to be watching.
Judy. Judy was the one who, well, we're friends on Instagram.
Nice.
But there was something else that she did with you. I can't remember. It'll come to me later. Okay, I remember.
I
I
also
remember
have a bad
names.
memory.
I know, so
general.
it doesn't help when we're together.
Maybe she'll remind us. Judy, help us out here.
Judy, you did something with Keenan. She posted something. Well, Linda, who's in our group, was the one who did your Keenan dip.
Which was awesome.
Linda,
Okay.
he loved it.
That was literally what I was imagining. It was perfect.
So for reference, so y'all are like, what are you talking about? It was in was it Katie's Let's Make Art Matter? That's what I think it was from. It was from the Let's Make Art Matter for Katie that we did for her 16th birthday, which if anyone wants to do that, it's one of our videos, and her birthday's not in June 20th, I believe it is, so it hasn't happened yet. But in that one, I was showing how you can blend colors with the Tombow Dual brush pens. And I did an ombre effect on the bottom, and Keenan had the great idea to see what it would look like if it was at a diagonal, like it was dipped in. And then Linda from our community did it.
Yeah, and it
was
turned out
awesome.
really cool.
So silly, but I love that fat pencil you've used in all your videos.
What was it? Oh, the pencil.
She likes my pencil. Leanna, this is actually my grandpa's pencil, and I don't know why. I think he likes it. The lead is different than regular pencils. Because what does it say? No, it's not. Never mind.
Who knows? It's his favorite pencil either way.
It's just thicker, so I really like it too.
Judy said, "Oh, I think I asked you if you were Polish."
Oh, she was the one that liked your accent.
Dzień
When you
dobry.
said, there you go, say it again.
Dzień dobry.
There you go, Judy. That's what it was. I was like, there was something she said that I liked that she commented on.
Thank you, Judy.
That made Keenan proud too.
Yeah.
Okay, refocusing. So I was saying thumbnail sketches. So what I'm doing was I want to see what layout I like. So another thing is that maybe in our Bloom Where You're Planted one, I showed how if you use an angled guideline for you. So maybe I'll do that. Well, that's fun. Like that. How are you guys doing?
Rough.
Wait, oh, sorry. I should have prefaced.
Oh no.
It's okay. You can erase this.
Okay.
Or you can use this one.
Okay.
Add BU in
Okay.
One of the squares.
Okay.
Because
I have
so
one more
pretend,
left.
sorry. I will say this to everyone. This, I'm sorry if I didn't explain clearly. That's your tote bag.
Gotcha. I was just practicing because my
I love
B
it.
and the U were rough. I was like, okay, here we go.
Oh, I love it. So that's what I meant.
Okay.
So how you want your bigger
Gotcha.
project to look like. So pretend like this is your tote bag.
Gotcha. Oh, I like that one.
You can do that one.
Well, I want you to do that one, so it's super pretty.
But yes, this is a smaller version of your tote bag. Sonia, watching without having this kid, not sure what this says about me. Nothing. You could totally just watch and follow along. Like I said, this is just good. It's good to see how the steps that we're all taking to get to the final project. How are you doing? Beef stew.
Think about leaving it beef.
Look at that
cool.
F. Just beef.
Yeah,
Can I show them?
Yeah.
This is Alexis's. She's doing beef stew. That's fun. Look at that F.
Beef.
That's fun.
It's
Okay.
what's for dinner.
So keep going with your different layouts. You can also experiment, like I said, maybe practice with it angled. Beautiful. Bubble,
Do you need some water?
bubble. I'm good.
A mystery cup of water?
Beautiful. So like that, or maybe B is really big. I feel like U should be big. So that's another thing. So I have another box to play with. So maybe I make B smaller and U really big. Beautiful. I was thinking, your mom said beef, it's what's for dinner.
That's what Keenan said.
Taylor. B-U. Am I writing hard enough, Keaton? Oh, that's a fun option
It
too.
looks great.
Okay.
Sorry to answer your question so delayed.
No, you're
I
good.
heard it in my ear after you said it.
You're good. Okay, what else can I experiment with? So if you want to play with the shapes of your letters, so if I want to make this, I'm going to show you an example of this one. I'm going to make this more circular, and this one I'm going to make this more oval, just to show you guys. So this is more circular in shape. B, let's do U. I'm going to extend the F like that. Beautiful. So that's more circular. And then if I wanted to make it more oval and make it the same size, squish that. So that's more oval. Okay, last option.
I flipped it over from where I wrote.
Okay, do you want to do? Okay, no, you're good. Keep going. You're doing good. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Damn, I did it.
Show them. Look. What she did was she drew her own. Well, now it's kind of hard to see, I guess.
Yeah, 'cause I did my oval.
But she drew this first, and then she drew her letters inside of it.
You should do that one.
I like that.
That's
That?
up to you. Yeah, that's cute.
Okay.
I have an
Someone do
idea.
that.
I have an idea for you.
Okay.
Okay, so when I see this is if we were to do the same thing, but do you want to do a capital Y? Or do you want a lowercase y? Because
If you can show me how to do a capital Y, then I'll probably do a capital Y.
It's just the same thing, but a little bit bigger. But I was gonna say, I'm gonna take this. You did your B like that. So if you do it like that, and then what's cool is the top of the Y can start here.
Yeah, I like that.
Like that. But okay, actually, can I use yours as an example for now?
Go ahead.
How are you doing? Did you pick do you know which one you want to do?
I really like just beef.
Yeah.
Then it could be like, I have beef with you. With everyone walking. Yeah, do that. And you can write Stu on the back if you want it to be funny.
That's a good
Okay. So, but what I was going to say is this is really tiny for people, but is that okay, Keenan?
I have it on that camera, so it's a lot closer, so they can see it.
Cool. Okay, so what I was going to say was once you have your thumbnail, so the trick to getting it bigger is I'm going to erase. So the reason why I need to explain myself before I do anything. The reason why I want to erase this is that I noticed that there's a lot more space around here, so I just want to center it.
Right.
So I'm just going to erase this and just open this up a little bit more. And maybe, I'm sure you don't want, so this is a smaller version, like I said, of your tote bag. And so depending on how big you want your lettering to be, does that feel about right? Or do you want it to be a little bit tighter?
Yeah, I think like the space that this was already taken up.
Yeah, feels good. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at is the space around this. So once you have your final thumbnail sketch that you like, what I want you to do is draw a grid over it. So draw a line like that and like that. So horizontally and vertically. So I'm gonna do, which one did you say? You liked this one, right? Except my Y cut into my I.
That's okay, you can do a different one.
Or I can, Keenan, which one do you like? I do like that one though. Do you have a favorite one, Keenan? Are you thinking about it?
I think I like the right middle.
This one?
Yeah.
I know, it's a cool layout too.
Yeah.
Well,
But I like the middle top too.
okay, I'm just gonna go with that one then, because Andrea said she liked that one. Sorry, she beat you. Okay, then I'll give it to you after. Okay, but I was gonna say was, if you guys noticed what I did was I just cut off my U. So my U was like that originally, and then I just cut it off, and I wanted to have this little loop at the bottom. So I call it making a little home. So it kind of has a perfect little curve for the O and the U to sit under. And it's awesome, I forgot to cross my T, because my I can sit right under the Y since it's smaller. So the T and the F sit perfectly in that spot. So this is a good one. So I'm gonna do the same thing. So do you wanna do that? Oh, you did that to you? Yours? Nice, okay. So drawing a line, ooh, I'm gonna have a lot of words straight.
Just don't know if I like this beef.
Like just the word beef or that
Just the
one?
letter.
No, I love that B.
Should I go with that beef?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll go with
stick with it. Okay, so draw a grid on the top of yours.
Doing that.
No, you're good. Or I did it for you if that was okay.
Yeah,
okay.
fine.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to make your template. So this is my template that I made already for when I did this guy. So this is how you're going to make your lettering bigger. The way to do this is grab 2 pieces of paper, 2 pieces of computer paper, and then grab your tote bag. And hi, Sherry. That's kind of her. Okay. And so what you are doing is whatever size tote bag you have, maybe you have a taller tote bag or a skinnier one, is you probably need about 2 pieces of paper. And so what you're going to do is lay it on top of your tote bag, and we're just going to make a template that will fit inside. So it doesn't, yeah, you can figure out how big you want it, but use just regular tape. You might need 2. So this is just regular Scotch tape. And so you're essentially just making a bigger piece of paper. Yeah. Okay. Then I would like you to fold your paper in half.
This is a hamburger.
I was gonna say a hot dog or hamburger.
Do you know that, or were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like how we did it in like kindergarten. They go get
Yeah.
fold your paper or hamburger.
Some people
Okay.
didn't go to kindergarten.
Fold
so they-
it
Oh.
both ways. So what Keaton learned this. So
I did.
what is this one, Keaton?
That was hot dog.
Yeah, so you're good. It's because he likes hot
We
dogs.
got some relish in there, some diced onions. It's a hot dog.
Hot dog.
I feel like this is the prime time for you to do a Russian accent.
I'm not gonna do my accents because I don't want to offend anyone.
Я знаю, что был жив.
That was good.
Okay, so hamburger and hot dog way. We also learned there's a taco fold. What?
Oath? Question mark.
Oh,
Oh no.
Luckily, we have just finished
Yeah,
all
we
the
haven't
warm-ups,
technically-
which
Thank
included
you.
the
What is-
thumbnail.
What is oath?
I'm gonna do well, I made up a new one. I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so hold up your right hand.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't done, oh yeah, you haven't done the food. So Sarah does an oath, so there's a watercolor oath, and then I made a little bit different version for the lettering one.
Okay.
But this is only my second time doing it, so I'm going for it.
Okay.
I promise to be mindful. Oh, you have to repeat after me, sorry.
Repeat after Nicole.
I promise to be mindful
I promise to be mindful
of the words that I say to myself
of the words that I say to myself
and the words that I put on paper.
and the words I put on paper.
And
And
what was the kindness one that I did? Keenan, you have to help me.
I do not remember.
That was all that I remember that I wanted to be mindful. And I promise to remember
And I promise to remember
that I'm making something with my own two hands,
that I'm making something with my own two hands,
and that in itself is beautiful.
and that in itself is beautiful.
The end. There was one more part, but
Solid.
I'm just gonna the end it.
Well, that was good for just kind of like coming up with it right now.
I remembered a second. Thanks, guys, for dealing with me, and I'll be better at remembering. But yeah, the Sarah has one that's be kind to yourself, and
Okay.
there's 3 different parts. Anyways, thanks, guys. Okay, so hamburger fold, hot dog fold. Then add a line over your folded lines that you made.
Whoa. Whoa.
I know it's a little trippy. So, guess what? You have a bigger version of your thumbnail sketch.
Okay.
You're gonna be good at this part because you like to draw. Okay, what we're doing is you're gonna be good at this part too.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is take this first, your top left quadrant. So think of these as 4 different quadrants and 4 different circles.
Oh, I would do this in school with the quadrant, like getting your bigger sketch.
Yeah,
together,
yeah. Well, so you guys are getting a school lesson. Okay, so what's happening is you're drawing what you see in this quadrant. So for yours, you have half of the B and like top of the Y. So it looks like I have most of my B and the top part of my Y as well. So you're eyeballing this. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I'm gonna eyeball it so it looks like mine's about. Oh, you can also, if you want to take it a step further, if that helps you, is doing it even more. If that like helps, so I'm gonna do that too. So you can make that your quadrant into 4 more quadrants. Susan. Okay. So yeah, that might help. So I'm gonna draw my B. So that's why this is more of sketching than your perfect lettering. So your E. So oops, I went too fast. Ignore that I did that part. I'm just trying to do this part of my quadrant. So stop there. So then I'm going to draw the second part. So I'm going to draw this part. And so I finished the E. The Y comes up here. Like that. Okay, how are you doing? Yeah,
Good.
good job.
It's very sketchy, but
No, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah, sketchy's good if you just want to, you're just trying to get it out on paper.
mine's like
Nice.
centered.
You know what? It's okay because you were just going to move this sheet over then.
Yeah.
So you can still write beef.
Yeah. Okay.
You're good. You're good. Okay.
It's not a flop yet.
Oops, I need to erase this. So you, like I said, you're sketching what you're seeing. So this helps train your eye to see it for what it is, and that's something that with art is a really good to train your brain on because we're so used to just, especially with lettering, you might just want to draw a B really fast because you know what a B looks like. But did you know that a B is a line and a half circle and a half circle? Blew your mind.
Fun fact. Hashtag pro tip.
So you're just breaking it down into different shapes, and hopefully that helps you see that you don't have to have perfect handwriting. You don't have to be really skilled at even drawing. All you're training your mind to do is to look at what's happening, which anyone can do. You can look at what's happening and then break it down into bite-sized pieces that will allow you to focus on just that one part, rather than seeing the whole big picture and get overwhelming and paralyzed and then stop. So, how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah! Nice, so you broke it into 4, that helped. Taylor! Did you see? Oh no, you can't watch Facebook, or you're not on Facebook. She went back and checked the other live for the oath.
Oh, nice.
And she said I did good. Thanks,
Oh,
Taylor.
nice. Didn't miss a single line.
Solid.
I thought I had another line. Well,
Way to
cool.
be.
Thanks, Taylor. Taylor's a part of our team too. Okay. Heck yes.
Good. That would be nifty.
That's awesome.
Beef.
Beef. Can everyone
what's for
see that?
dinner.
So what I was telling Alexis was she realized that it wasn't centered when she did her B at first. I'll wait to show her why. She's okay. So if that ever happens and you're like, it's not centered, it's okay that it's not centered on your paper because we'll fix it once we get to our tote bag. So I'm just gonna finish mine out. So I'm gonna do the same thing and it helps me. I'm gonna break this up into 4 more sections. So T. So I'm looking at, hopefully people can see, drawing this part of the F. F, U, O. Okay. Heck yes!
Heck yes.
Is that what you're,
Heck yes.
I was smiling because that's great.
Great.
Audrey,
Nailed it.
that looks so good.
Does it?
I love it.
I'm so proud of you!
Thank you.
So did that help?
Yeah, the grids really help.
Yeah.
Even the mini grids.
Good.
Do that.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're struggling, do the mini grids.
Yes, you heard it from her. And she was really nervous.
I wasn't, yes.
But look at that. I'm so
I have
proud.
bad handwriting, so that was my concern,
But now you all know.
which we could see there. That's
No.
my bad handwriting.
I mean, I feel like I almost won the bad handwriting contest.
I
was
feel
close.
like we must have been like super close.
It was tied. It was
It had
tied.
been tied, yeah.
Now I want to see. They did a team. But you didn't do it.
Do what?
You didn't. We weren't a part of it.
She wrote the example.
Oh yeah, that's what you said. Okay, so what I was gonna say is when you're looking at this, so actually if you guys want to practice, and yeah, we're just gonna go with this so then you feel more comfortable. Practice, use this as your template and use your Sharpie marker and go over it and trace over it. And then think about the thicker parts. So then you can create and think about when your hand's going down, just make a thicker line.
Right.
So then you'll get comfortable when you do the tote bag. Okay. So while they're doing that, what I wanted to talk about is when I'm looking at mine, I realize that if you guys are looking at this, so this is my U and this is my B. So it's my B is a little bit off to the side, which is okay, but I realize that right now I can fix that if you want to. Again, you don't have to be perfect, but because I'm in this stage, I want to be able to fix that now since I thought about it. So what you can do are a couple options is you can, I think I'm just gonna, well, if you want, yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. You can go back over in a marker, and what I'm gonna do is I just wanna shift this a little bit more over. So it looks like my B and my tiffle is good. So I'm just going to go back over this. And so this is just for practice. So what I said is I'm going to move beautiful a little bit to the left. So I'm going to move this over. So same thing, I drew my O right here first, but I'm just going to move it over a little bit. The lines might get in your way, but it's okay. Whoops, so I can't do this and talk at the same time.
Pens make funny noises.
Yeah, these aren't even as bad. These ones make a lot of noise. Well, I'm gonna fix that now in my tote bag because I talked too much. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna move this over a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect.
That actually looks kind of
What?
cool.
It does? Oh, because of the
Yeah, it does.
happy accident. I was gonna say you don't have to make this look because I know that you're making it look really pretty, which you can.
It's just for fun.
I know, but you don't have to. Okay, so keep going. So, okay. Thanks, Susan. Anna, I love all your helpful hints. I'm glad it's helping. Yes!
Yes.
Yes! I know, I said that really funny. Okay. You're good. Okay, now you have your template. Grab your tote bag and slip it inside. And it's see-through. So now we get to trace. And so what might help is take some painter's tape, and I would tape first the template in your bag. So what you could do is you can look at, maybe you have to stand up and look at where you want. So for you, yeah, nice. So even though the paper's not, yeah, you're totally fine. So you can shift and see where you want your nice.
What looks center to you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and centered both ways. So yeah, first tape it to the bag. And then also, if it helps, I like to tape my tote bag to the table so then it doesn't move as well. So this is just painter's tape. Any removable tape will work. Scotch tape would work for this too. This might not stay as well. Okay. Oh, their mom likes how the O and U looks too. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so are there any questions, Keenan?
I haven't seen nary a question.
Dang.
Except for the word oath, question mark.
Okay, so once you got your tape down, so these tote bags are great and they're a little bit see-through. So you can see your, does it, yeah. If it, well, I was gonna say if it moves, you can just add more tape, but it should be okay. Now we're gonna make our tote bag. You're gonna go for it. So what I want you to think about is do it once. So when you guys are doing it, do it once, and then if you want to make it thicker, we can do it as well. But so don't feel like you have to focus on, you can think about the thin and the thick, but don't be so tripped up on it is what I wanted you to say. You good?
Yeah.
So,
She's fine.
it may feel a little different because we're on fabric. It's okay, this is a fabric pen, so you can wash it out. Or I mean, you can't, it won't wash out. But I'm saying it's okay.
It'll dry out.
It'll dry, well, yeah, it will.
Oh.
Is you can still write on here is what I was trying to say. So when you're doing this though, what might help is when you're doing it, so if you notice it kind of bubbles up a little bit, so it might help to have your left hand there to kind of open it up and keep it a little bit more from, I was gonna say bubbling up, from just I can't talk right now.
I know what you're trying to say. I feel like everyone knows what you're trying to say. We'll just assume.
You're doing a great job.
From doing that. Okay. So, oh, also I forgot to say, well, you guys started.
Okay.
There's colors. We can add colors at the end.
Okay. I feel like fun.
Yeah, if you want. Sharpie comes in, or Sharpie Stained is the brand, comes in multiple different colors that we can play with, that we have on our site.
We do. That's true.
We just
Several
got
hundred
some.
currently.
We just got some. Okay, so I'm gonna think on the same thing. So thin on the up, whoops. Thin on the up, thick on the down. And I'm just gonna trace what's underneath. Bunching up.
Bunching.
Thank you, Jean.
It's a baseball term.
Bunting.
Oh, that's what it is.
Thank you, Jean. I really appreciate it. Okay, thin on the up, thick on the down. So what I was saying is that when you do this, if you want this to be thicker, so if I look at this, and that actually works, but if I want it to be a little bit thicker, what you can do is that you can, it's the foligraphy type of thing where you just make your thickers thicker. So I'm just gonna add in and kind of paint it in. So you're kind of coloring. Well, I just want to be careful. If you do go over it, I would just add a little paper just to have a guard, just in case you smear.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it'll smear, but I tend to smear, so I just always do that. So I'm just using the belly of this. I'm using this side, the thicker part of it. And, oh, I made that a lot thicker, but. So what you could do is if you made this a lot thicker and you're like, well, my thins are a little bit too thin, you know what? Make your thins a little bit thicker. Just color it back in. So it feels like we're
Lauren
kids
Lang
again.
just chimed in on YouTube and said, just wanted to jump in and say hi.
Hi, Lauren.
I'll have to watch other time. Crazy day. Hi,
All
Nicole
good.
and LMA friends. Have fun. Giant heart.
Thanks, Lauren. Okay, so the other cool thing is I'm just going to talk about while we're doing this is what's cool and why I like if you were to thicken up is that you can choose. A question I get is which side do you thicken on, the left side, do you thicken on the right side? And what I like to say is that if you take a step back and look, so if I look at this, I want to actually, I'm gonna wait to thicken up the rest of my strokes. So I just wanna clue you in onto what my brain is thinking, is I was just trying to figure out the space between my letters. So I noticed on these ones, I spaced it out a little bit more. So I'm going to wait, because if this space is too big and I wanted to make it smaller, I would choose to add my thick line on my left side. But if I like this amount of space, then I would choose to add my thick line on the right side. So that's why I'm just gonna wait. So it's gonna look a little funny for a little bit. And then on my Y, I realized I didn't have this little loop, but I want to add a little loop to it, or a little curve. So how are you guys doing?
Good.
Nice.
I made this part of my E
Oh, I'm
different
so
than this
excited
one.
to see
That's okay.
yours.
That's okay.
That's
No,
the
that's
best
awesome.
one.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot, with confidence, pronounce this name, but they ask Hi Nicole a question. My hands are shaky when I am writing thin lines. What can I do to avoid it?
It's a common question, and so when you're doing thin lines, sometimes it's helpful to go slower. So we don't know, we can't pronounce her name.
Well, it's Parvin Tahari.
Well, that's pretty.
It is a pretty name.
Parvin Tahari. Okay, I'm talking to you, or anyone else who has this problem. So take a look at how you're writing, the speed that you're writing. So if you're drawing and you're going really slow, it starts with a P, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so if you have a thick downstroke, and then if you're thick upstroke, if you're going really slow, you might shake. The flip side is if you go really fast, you might just forget everything that we talked about and not think about your thin stroke. So what I would advise you to do is the first time or the next time. Yeah.
Could you write those again? I hadn't switched back to
you're
the
good.
top count. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Okay, so what I was saying, I'll finish out her name. Or P, oh, bummer. Well, I'll do an R. So if I'm doing an R, I'm doing an upstroke. So if I'm going really slow, if you notice that I'm even shaking. So if I'm going really slow, that might happen. And then, but the problem is that if you do it really fast, you might just forget about everything that we've learned. So what I suggest is draw your name once, or draw whatever letter once, and then check out your speed. So can you adjust your speed and figure that out? I don't want you to go so fast, but I also don't want you to go super slow, because then you're naturally gonna shake anyways. The next part that I suggest is, if it's the upstroke that's getting you, is try and gain traction and gain that muscle memory. So if you need to sit there and just do while you're watching TV, just sit there and just draw upstrokes. I'm gonna do it with my left hand because it's not as easy. So if I just sat there, I don't know what's the easier way for people to see. You guys keep going. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm sitting here and I'm just drawing thin upstrokes, that is what I suggest would be a good practice tool for you, is just to practice doing that. Then what I'd like you to do is take that, or I suggest taking one word, and maybe it's your name or any word that you want to practice, and just practice that one word. I would write it once and then practice tracing over it. So I love to use, I've used it a lot in my Q&As too, is any type of marker paper or tracing paper, is if you have that underneath and you trace over it, then you can see what's happening. And so you're less focused on the thin on the up and thick on the down, because you could see what's happening. So if, like what we did with our practice sheets, is if you can see what's happening, then you can just focus on, okay, I just want to make thin. So that will help with your brain telling your hand what to do. But you're gonna have to put in some time. And I wish I could just, I always say this, I wish I could just wave a magic wand and you can be better. But hopefully those will be tips that will just help you. And just, like I said, just do it maybe while you're on the phone and you're just kind of not half listening. Just, oh gosh, I should have even said that. Anyways,
Not paying attention to the person on the other line.
if you're watching TV, that's a better thing. Just sit there and draw, or practice and get your hand accustomed to drawing that stroke. Hopefully that helped. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
So do you want to thicken your downstrokes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is
So
there, like, a good way to go about that? Like,
what I would suggest is, if you want to, so I'm going to thicken this one just to show you, is that instead of, so if you're, can you do the side can, Cuban, so they can see this? Or is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible. You just can't get your head in the shot.
Okay.
Challenge accepted?
Done. So what I was gonna say is that if you think about the part of the brush pen that you're using, so if you just use the tip, it'll take a lot longer to color in. Rather, if you angle your hand just a little bit, you can get more of the belly of the brush pen, like that, and then you can color it in more.
that's good.
So try that. Okay. No questions? Thanks, Keenan. It looks good. Challenge.
Thanks a lot, and the pronunciation was on point.
Good job, Keenan.
Good job. Thank you.
Okay. Let me finish out my.
Can you do a hair flip any farther back? We just need to shave that side of your head. I feel like Alexis could help.
Okay. Well, bummer. My OU is still really. Oh wow. Oh well. It's a little bit off center, but I still love it. It's beautiful. Okay. So I'm gonna keep going. So, oh, I didn't do this other part. Nice.
looking good? Looking okay?
You're doing great.
Nice.
Noise.
Noise. So what I was thinking was you can break up this F and also create a little home like I did here. So I'm just gonna improvise and do that. Wow, that's a really, oh well. What my brain went to is that was a really big loop, but I wasn't thinking about it. So we're all good, and we're gonna keep going. Okay, so now that I look at this, what I'm noticing is that, actually this is a good lesson for everyone too. This is getting really technical, and I just want to show you guys this just to give you all the knowledge I have in my brain, but don't feel like you have to be so focused on this. What I want you to look at is, notice how this space in between here is bigger than this. So that is totally okay, but the reason why I bring that up is that specifically, I'll do this one after, but if I'm specifically looking at beautiful, I'm going to choose to draw my thicker line on the inside so that I can make this spacing just a tad bit smaller. Rather, if I do it on this side, it's not really helping, or it's not hurting, but it's not helping this space. So I'm going to thicken up my stroke and do it on the inside. And then the same thing here is I'm going to also, do it on this side. So I can do it on either side. It would help this side more, but I'm going to choose to do it on this side. Now I'm going to again choose to do it on the inside because I made this loop so big, so it'll help just make it a little bit smaller if I add that down there. So if you guys can see, I'm really using the belly of this brush to get a lot of the thick part. Okay, so now I'm going to do, if I do it on the right side, it'll make my U look really squished. So I'm going to choose to do it on the left side. And then on this one, so since this is such a small space, I'm going to do it on this side. And then right there.
Kind of tricks your eye a little bit.
Yeah, that's why you have to kind of stand up or take it out. Then I like to cross my T's at the end because I like to see what space I'm working with. So I have a little bit of space here. So I'm going to, where's my pencil? I'm going to try and see. If I like the way that looks. Yeah, I just want to make it big. So with T's, I love T's because you can choose to have a straight T, you can choose to curve it, you can have a really big loop. That's why I like to cross them at the end because you can see what spacing you're working with. So let's curve this into there. Okay, so now I am looking at this and it doesn't really matter as much as which side I thicken this on, so I'm just going to, maybe I'll do both. So that's pretty even. How are you doing? Yes.
I got distracted.
No, you're good. Keep going, we'll do a check-in. Okay, let me just keep going. So, like I said, if your thins are too thin, you can thicken it up as well. So I'm going to do what I did on an accident, which was I added a little shadow.
Was Zoe just doing that too?
You were?
Yeah.
So what happened was I just added, so I left a little bit of space in here, which was a happy accident on my other one. So it worked. And maybe, do I look funny when I do that?
No, you just cover the camera with the back of your head.
Sorry, people. My hair look pretty up there?
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm gonna add it over here. So you guys can play with that too. Okay. So like I noticed if we're looking at this, this is a little bit too thin for me. So I'm just gonna thicken it up just a tad. Maybe thicken this up. Okay. Then we're good.
Yeah, I like it.
How is yours? Wait, I want to see. Yes! Wow, look, I love how, can I take your, are you done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh no.
What?
Nothing's fine.
Okay. Oh no.
Where is this? Yeah, this is good to show. Okay,
That's so good. Thank you.
You want to pull it down a little farther?
yeah.
There you go.
I'm so proud of you. Oh my goodness.
good.
So what I was saying was it's really cool. I love this little loop right there. Oh, this looks so good. But what I love is the different personalities. So as you notice, and well, not only the personality of the letters, but also I was looking at it, hers are so much darker,
Yeah.
which is cool. I'm not, it's
Yeah.
like, and mine are a little lighter, and I kind of want to make mine darker like yours. But it's cool to just see the variance, and we were both using the same
Right.
pen. So I'm sure that maybe you did you go over it and color it? And
did,
yeah.
yeah.
Whereas I just kind of drew it once. So you can play with, do you want it to be more of like a washed look, or this looks more like it's screen printed or like
Right.
very perfectly there. So I love that. Okay, can we see yours?
The beef.
Susan says
Looks
lovely.
good. Aw, thank you, Susan.
YouTube's again.
Okay, here's beef.
It's all good. You're not getting anything tonight, Keenan. Beef.
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 Look at that. And so you added some colors. Can I show them? So there's so many different colors. I think there's 8, right? 8 colors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would know too. Is you use the green and then you use the blue. Yeah, so there's other colors that you can use. This looks epic. And she's a really talented I'm gonna say illustrator. Is that
I
cool?
feel like that's accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, illustrator. And she drew these cute little things. So that's what's cool is you can decorate this, and now you have all this you have space around here. So if you want, you can add polka dots, you can add sunbursts from around there, you can draw little flowers. You can really experiment with how you want to design your own tote bag and make it beautiful. Jody says, wow, beautiful.
Thank you.
We don't need to hold it up the other way, do we? Nah.
You don't need to. You can
Right.
if you want.
We're good, because I think we showed it right there.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling?
Good. I'm a lot more confident than I was going into
Thanks,
it.
Angie.
So.
Good. How do you feel?
Good.
Good.
I've never seen beef look more beautiful.
Yeah, I think beef is.
That can't be true.
That's awesome.
Have you never had a perfectly
Thanks, Jan.
medium rare steak?
Exactly. That's a pretty beautiful
That's beautiful beef.
Also, I wanted to say hi to Baron because he took the time to come and join us. All the way from Lawrence, or I think he's in your door right now,
Nice.
and the rest of his family. So hi.
Oh,
That's her
I love it.
boyfriend.
So both of them are on our Let's Make Art team. And then if you come, we have a store in Hamilton, Missouri. And you'll see them.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Keenan sometimes.
I'll be here.
And you'll be here. Okay. Thanks, everyone. So I keep saying about this, I'm really excited about this project because as you can see, even if you feel like you have bad handwriting, you can do this. Those are the steps to make it bigger. Make it your own. You have the fabric pens, you have tote bags. If you don't, you can get them on our website, or you can just make your own tote bag, sew it up. I definitely can't, but
That's a whole other project.
that's a whole other project.
That's a whole nother skill.
But this has been so much fun to be with you guys. We have a new tutorial releasing tomorrow. We have, this is our last month of this spring box that we're learning all about brush pens, but you can still continue on with us and learn. And that's it. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Oh.